Without music, life would be flat. Ba-dum-bum. Sorry, cheesy band nerd joke. Are you ready to learn B flat major now? So let's take a look at the key signature. We have two flats. We have B flat and E flat. Let's go ahead and finger those and say those from left to right. So we have B flat and E flat. Good. Now we're going to go through this scale. Again, on this one for B flat, we have two optional fingerings on there. For this video, we're going to be looking at the bottom fingering, which is this fingering. So let's go ahead and put our flute on our shoulders, and we're going to finger and say the scale on the way up. So we have B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G, A, B flat. Okay, now let's go ahead and play it with the metronome at 60. So whole notes. 1, 2, ready, and great. Now let's go ahead and go on the way down. So finger and say first. So we have B flat, A, G, F, E flat, D, and C, B flat. Okay, on the way down now. 1, 2, ready, and great. Now it's time to learn the arpeggio. So for the arpeggio, we're going to use the first, third, fifth, and eighth notes of the scale. So we have B flat, D, F, and then top B flat. Okay, with the metronome, whole notes first, just the way up. So 1, 2, ready, and great. Now we're going to go the way down, just opposite. So we have B flat, F, D, and B flat again. On the way down, 2, ready, and great. Now what we're going to do is we're going to talk about a few of the things that I want you to work on in this scale. The two big ones for me is keeping the first finger up on D and E flat. So on D and E flat, you want to make sure that you don't have your first finger down on them. If you have them down, it sounds like you have a cold, like you're talking like this. You don't want a stuffy scale, so you want to make sure that that first finger is up on D and E flat. Also, practice those octave B flats between the low octave and the high octave to make sure that you get the right octave, because it's the same fingering, so you're going to have to make sure that you have the right air focus with your aperture to get the right octave out. So practice that separately. And then that'll help you make sure that you get the right notes out. You can do that on all of the octaves on this one. There's quite a few. We have F, G, A, and B flat that all have the same fingerings on those octaves. So that's a good exercise to do as well. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do the all-state pattern with this scale. So we're going to do half notes on B flats on both the low octave, top octave, and we're going to add the arpeggio. Also on this one, we're going to tongue it on the way up and then finger it on the way down. So first, flute on your shoulder. Let's go ahead and sing and finger it, okay? So we have B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G, A, B flat, A, G, F, E flat, D, C, B flat, D, F, B flat, F, D, B flat. I'm not a singer, you don't have to be, but it sure helps to do it. All right, so we're going to do it at 60. Remember, half notes on the B flats and quarter notes on all the other notes. Tongue up, slur down. So 1, 2, ready, and. Great, now we're going to increase the speed a little bit. We're going to go to 80. What I want you to think about as you're doing this, especially on the tonguing, is to make sure not to breathe between each note. You want to make sure that you're connecting the notes and that you're just using your tongue to separate. No breathing in between the notes, okay? So 80, so 1, 2, ready, and. Great, good. Now we're going to increase the difficulty a little more. We're going to go to 100. Remember to keep your fingers close to the keys. Check your D and E flat. Is your first finger up? Here's 100. Well, 1, 2, ready, and. Great, now let's go up to 120. So at 120, remember to keep your fingers close to the keys. Big breath at the beginning. Oh, 1, 2, ready. Great, now let's go ahead and we're going to change up the rhythm and we're going to do quarter notes and eighth notes now. However, we're going to do it at the tempo that we just did. So since the notes are twice as fast, we're going to put the metronome twice as slow. So instead of 120, we're going to go down to 60. So it's going to sound like this. Ba, 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 ba. So it's the same tempo we just did, except in quarter notes and eighth notes. Remember, first finger up on D and E flat. So 1, 2, ready, and. All right, wonderful job. You just learned B flat major. Happy practicing.